What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to Stardew Valley. Today, here on Moondrop Farm, it appears it's raining. And we found that out by checking the TV, which I already forgot to do. I'm not really going to do anything that's going to require luck today, so I'm not going to bother checking my fortune for the day. But our forecast for tomorrow is that it's going to be beautiful and sunny, which means we will need to water our crops again. But for the time being today, we don't have to do that, which is lovely, because I don't really want to do that. In this episode today, at least, I said I wanted to chop some wood, fish, and we're going to try to explore the rest of the village. We've done a little bit of exploration, but we're going to go ahead and do as much as we can and take advantage of this beautiful rainy day. Were those worms? Oh, those were worms. I am proud of myself for seeing those. I didn't think I was going to. Or, that was kind of hard to see. I'm glad I saw it. We're going to start out first by exploring the rest of the forest. There's one area that I don't believe we visited last time, and it's all the way here on the west side. Let me keep my scythe out so I can cut through these weeds. But guys, I hope you're liking this series so far. I love this game, and it's so chill. So if I don't sound as just crazy excited, it's not that I'm not excited. It's that I'm relaxed when I play this game. It's so peaceful and calming. And this here is the wizard tower, which I'm not sure we can get into right away. It's locked. You can hear someone inside though. So why don't I knock and why don't they let me in? Makes no sense. But yeah, that's the Wizard's Tower. We will see more about that later. Soon, I believe, actually. Not too far away. But down here is... Yeah, we went all down here. The sewers down here, the abandoned hut, or shack, or whatever the heck that thing is. But we need to go over here to see if there's any spring onions today, because that's something I would like to check. I don't believe they sell for very much. But they're a good source of energy, so we'll hang on to... Oh, gosh. Didn't mean to do that. Not that it would have done much. Oh, my gosh. That is a lot of spring onions. Inventory full. No, it's not. What is it? What am I trying to pick up that it's telling me my inventory is full? I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, and then we got a horseradish, I think it is. Is that what that is? A wild horseradish. Yeah, we'll say I was right. All right, we're going to head into town real quick. Go to the one place we haven't been. To multiple places. I don't think we checked this hut out yet. So this is Marnie's ranch right here. She sells you cattle and all that kind of stuff. And animals and things for those animals. And if she's home, which she's not, that is a villager's house who I don't believe we've met yet. I don't think we have. And to check if we have, we can actually go here and kind of scroll through who we've met. And yes, that's Leah's house. We met Leah already. What is that? Is that oh, that's a potted plant. I thought that was something I could actually pick up. It's not. Here's the graveyard. Ooh, hello, Mayor Lewis. How are you today? Have you planted any spring crops yet? The season doesn't last forever, you know. Yeah, wasn't he the one who gave us crops in the very beginning? The first 15 parsnips that we had? I think he gave us those. But over here, in this lovely trailer, is Pam the drunk. Howdy, kid. Staying dry? I am now that I'm in your place. Thank you. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to see in there. Pam's trailer is not super exciting. But if we cross this bridge, which we did a little bit of fishing right around here last episode, but over here, there are a couple things. So up here, we've got Clint, the blacksmith. Hello, Clint. Oh, I forget that. Again, if you talk to him across the counter, it acts as if you're at a store. If you talk to him behind the counter, you can just talk to them like they're a normal person. But we can actually upgrade tools, which requires copper bars, which we don't have the ability to craft yet. We will get that soon-ish, I think. But for the time being, we don't have that. Hey, what do you need? Nothing right now, because I don't have copper. But that's Clint. That's the blacksmith. And then over here is one of the cooler buildings, in my opinion. Howdy. Doesn't seem like you have anything to donate to the museum. Better get out there and do some treasure hunting, huh? Nice to meet you too. I guess that's all he says. Can I talk to him from back here? I don't think I can. I've got to find this guy when he's walking about. I don't know if that even counts as having met him. Is Gunther on this list at all? Is that... No, that's not him. He's not on the list of people, I don't believe. Maybe he never leaves. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's Gunther. This is the museum. You can find some items throughout the game. None of these that I have, but they're labeled as artifacts or minerals, I think, that you can donate to the museum. But there's some books here, and if you remember last episode, we found some books by digging up the worms, and some of them said that we expanded the collection at the library. And so you can find little tips and tricks about the game by finding those books. And this is the first one. It's a book by Marnie. She says, animals are very sensitive. They like to be pet every day and prefer to eat grass outdoors than dry hay. They don't like being outside in the rain though. Happy animals produce higher quality products. So basically, talk to them every day or pet them every day and let them out on sunny days to feed them rather than feeding them hay. That's our little tip there. That's the same one. Is this on the other side or something? What the heck? On foraging. The local woods and mountains are great places to find wild produce. A good forager will clear out any weeds, stumps, or stones from these areas, so the wild produce has plenty of space to grow, which means there's certain spots that foraged items can spawn, I guess, and if something's in the way, it won't spawn. Expert foragers know the secret to cultivating wild food so that it can be grown on the farm. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is, and I think we can actually already do that. Go to our crafting tab. We got a recipe for wild seeds. An assortment of wild spring seeds that has a chance of growing all the things that we can find in the wild during spring, which we found all of except the leek, I think, which aren't to be confused with summer onions, which look pretty similar. But anyway, that's what that is, and I'm trying to get to this book. Oh, there we go. Tips on farming. Use fertilizer to improve quality, reduce workload, or hasten crop growth. Fruit trees take a whole season to grow. We haven't even seen these yet, but they require very little maintenance. Keep the area directly around your new sapling clear, or else it may not grow properly. Crops will die as soon as the season ends unless they grow in multiple seasons. So anything we have on our farm, you kind of have to plan out when you plant things so that way they finish growing by the end of that season. Otherwise, you waste all the money on those seeds and don't get to reap the benefits at all. And lastly, some crops such as kale and wheat need to be harvested with the scythe. We will come across all of that later. And then I think if we check any other bookshelves, yeah, it says there's a book missing here. Those are the ones we found by digging up stuff. Is there anyone here today? Doesn't look like it. Cool, so this is all something we'll get into later, but this is where you make all your donations, or you make them to Gunther over here, but then you end up donating them all over there. I'm trying to think, who haven't we met that we can meet on this rainy day? Usually on rainy days, most residents of Stardew Valley stay in their homes. Right as I say that, Pam is over here at Edjumactions. If you remember in the very beginning of the game, I was miserable working my job at Edjumacations. And over here, we can buy stuff from them, which I'm not going to do because I think it's all more expensive, or it might be cheaper. I don't know. The prices aren't the same as at Pierre's, and this is supporting the big business. I'd rather support the small business at Pierre's. This is Morris. Welcome to Edjumacations. How are you doing today? I don't believe we met. I'm Morris, Joja Customer Satisfaction Representative. When you decide you want to become a Joja member, I'll be delighted to help make your experience or your transition a joyous experience. I don't think I want to do that. I will explain why later, but this is a pretty cool area. I like the store. I don't like what it stands for. Oh, Shane's hard at work. He doesn't seem interested in talking. I have never known that Shane works at Joja Corp. I played like a whole year in this game, and I never knew that. And I can't talk to Pam because we already talked to her. But just listen to this. It sounds so dead. It's so sad. I don't want to be in here. I want to get out. Joja Cola, fuel your life. That sounds so, I don't know, overbearing. Ooh, look at this. We've got a new help wanted post. Someone wants 15 copper ores for inspection, which means he doesn't actually take them. He just wants to look at them. We don't even have the ability to do this yet, so we're not going to bother picking it up. But we could if we had access to copper ore, because then we could complete that, and it would be a good thing. We don't have room for anything, and I don't really want to drop any of this stuff. I could drop my sap, but I'm not going to. So we've got a little kiddie's playground up here. I don't think you can actually do anything with it, but it's there. This, to my knowledge, doesn't serve any purpose, at least not now, or not that I've seen. It might eventually. And then this here is the community center, which will get explained to us here shortly, I think, in a few days. But if we go up here, this is the way to the mountains. So if we pull up our map, we're headed kind of out of town and up here into the mountains. And there's some people that live up here and some things that you can do, so let's explore that a little bit. This house here is Robin's. Hello, Robin. The rain doesn't stop me from getting a job done. Yeah, because you're inside at the shop. Although soggy wood isn't a joy to work with. So Robin here, we can purchase resources from her. So wood, stone, and then furniture for a house as well. Which is something we'll do quite a bit of later in the game, but for the time being, our focus is on making money and establishing ourselves. Greetings, I'm Demetrius, local scientist and father. Thanks for introducing yourself. So he's got a daughter. I'm studying the local plants and animals from my home laboratory. Have you met my daughter, Maru? She's interested to meet you. So Demetrius is the father of Maru, who I don't think is married to Robin. I don't know. He mentioned he had a daughter, not that he had a wife. Maru. Oh, aren't you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Thanks, Maru. You know, with a small town like this, a new face can really alter the community dynamic. It's exciting. That Demetrius and Robin just hitting it off. Those are both people's bedrooms, so I can't enter there. But you could actually find info, so I'm not sure if they're married or not. So if I check the doors, you're not good enough friends with Robin or Demetrius. So yes, they are married because they share a bedroom. Not that you have to be married to share a bedroom, but in this game, I'm pretty sure that's the case. And if we go down here into the basement, this is Sebastian's room, which I don't think we've met Sebastian yet. Actually, have we met Sebastian? I think we have. At the bar, possibly? No, we haven't. He's somewhere down here. Someone we haven't met. There's quite a few people we haven't met yet. We will try to make our way back into town today. I think there's a couple people in town that we can say hello to. But this is the mountain lake, I believe. Or at least that's what I'm going to call it. And then I can't break through this, obviously. But we'll get access to this soon, I hope. That guy's working on clearing us a path. And then the only other thing up here in the mountains is, I don't think we've met him yet. We most certainly have not. A stranger? Hello. Don't mind me, I just live out here alone. That's so sad. This is Linus. He's a hermit. He lives out here in this tent. Which, there's really not a lot to it. Sleeping bag, some artwork maybe, some logs for, I guess, his fire out here. Keeping him dry, but keeping him inside. Smart man. And then if we go this direction, we're not going to do it now. We actually make our way back to our farm. But I mentioned we're going to go into town again real quick and see if we can say hello to some people that are probably just chilling inside their house. I see those worms there, but those are really far away. I'm not going for them. Normally, yes, but I'm kind of trying to get there before too late. I don't know what or how late is too late, but we're trying. I didn't go into Pierre's and say hello to everyone. This is closed at 3. Dang it. We haven't been into the clinic yet. I meant to do that today, but I totally forgot. And down here, there are 2 houses, one of which belongs to Haley and Emily, which they look like they're already in their bedrooms. They are sisters, I'm pretty sure. And then over here, is Vincent here? Sam's here. Not good enough friends with him. Ah, there he is. Oh, a stranger? My name's Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. Wow. Thanks, kid. That's Vincent. Hello, Jody. What did you say? It's 6:20 p.m. already. My goodness. I still have tons of work to do. The life of a stay-at-home mom. I'm pretty sure she's a stay-at-home mom. I don't think she has a job in this town. But that is pretty much everything in the town. There's definitely more that will pop up as we continue. But for the time being, I'm going to fish a little bit, and I'll see you guys when I've caught some fish, because I know this isn't incredibly exciting. Okay, so I totally realized, right as I said I was going to go fish, my inventory is completely full. So that took all of, 2 minutes to do, because I don't have space for anything. I say 2 minutes, it was more like 10 seconds, but we're going to go drop stuff off real quick, and then we will continue to fish. One thing to note, however, though, is you can see I've got some water here on the farm. If I try to fish in water on the farm, all I'm going to get is trash. I don't believe you can catch any fish at all on your farm. Unless you have the Riverlands farm, because then, that's kind of the whole purpose of it. You have all this water, you should be able to fish on it, and you can. But in this farm, and even the regular one, just the standard farm, you cannot do that. So we're not going to. We're going to come down here, I guess, to this body of water, if I can find it. There it is, or at least there's one of them. This is the lake. There's also a river that runs through here as well. But yeah, pretty sure this is the lake. Okay, I'm going to fish a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, quick update. As I was fishing, these bubbles popped up. They weren't there when I started, but they are there now. And so these bubbles, if you cast your line into them, you actually have to cast it into the bubbles. It causes fish to bite, or things to bite, in this case, much quicker than they normally would. It's just bad luck that I'm getting nothing but junk right now. We got soggy newspaper and algae. Definitely not what I'm looking for. There we go. There's a fish. But yeah, if you ever see these little bubbles, make sure to try fishing in them, because they are, they just save a lot of time. All right, guys, that's going to conclude my fishing for the day. We got a decent haul. We got 6 smallmouth bass, actually, which is not bad at all. Not for our first day really fishing. We haven't done too much of that yet. But we do have a little bit of energy left, and especially in the early game, I don't like to leave any day with energy left, because it's just kind of wasteful. You've got the resources, or in this case, the energy, which kind of is a resource. Time and energy are definitely very valuable resources, especially in the early game. But I want to go ahead and use up all my energy, or not quite all of it, because I don't want to pass out. Cutting down a few trees here and there, kind of along the path, kind of from the farm itself, or at least our house, to the south exit of our farm. Kind of clearing it out, making it a little bit easier to navigate. Okay, that's going to do it for tree cutting. I'm going to go ahead and put all my wood back. We're getting close to that 200 mark. We're going to put our trash in here for now, because although it's labeled as trash, it does have a use. We are going to sell our fish, though. I was fishing today for the express purpose of making some money. So those 6 smallmouth bass should hopefully net us some profit. But that's going to do it for this day. let's go to bed real quick. And one thing I didn't show you last time, ooh, lovely. When you go to bed, that's kind of the end of your day, and it's sort of the recap for your day. So it tells you what happened that day and how much money you made. So today, we earned this, some point today while fishing, but it didn't tell us anything. It didn't tell us we leveled up. But now that we're going to bed, it's doing that. We got level 1 fishing, which just like with our axe, we got +1 fishing rod proficiency, which means our fishing rod will use less energy. And then it kind of breaks down the money you made by category. And then if you click this plus sign next to any category that you actually shipped something in, so we only shipped fish today, you click this, it will break it down, tell you what you sold, how many of that item you sold, and how much that was worth. So our smallmouth bass sold for 50 gold each, 6 of them totaling 300. So that's not too bad. We need, 2,000 total for that backpack? So we're making slow but sure progress, and as soon as we get our first harvest, that will definitely help. But here on day 4, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. And until then, as always, take care.